mentioned that flooding survey, those additional flooding vulnerability assessments. We've already started them. We have them for the additional stressors. We now need to start doing the comparisons and prioritization. And we're also started the strategy identification and preparation of an action plan. So the adaptation strategy it means that if a facility is roadway, railway is impacted by a stressor, it might be impacted by a stressor, what kind of steps can be taken to address that, to avoid or recover from an event like that happening. So that's what the adaptation strategy identification is coming up with. And we'll put this on an action plan. And we're looking to have a draft this fall. So with that, I'll leave my contact information, and this is being run on Joe Evanston's office. Are there any questions? Roll. Yes.
Because my name is Joel Overtuda with KISA. So there's a lot of analysis and reports and so on. And then on the previous slide, I saw preparing an action plan. Can you tell us about what the action plan, what preparing an action plan means?
It will outline steps, since this is being done for DOT, it will outline steps for DOT and how it can more actively incorporate resilience into its planning, production, and maintenance cycles. So we're talking about, as part of long-range planning, taking the results of the vulnerability assessments and making sure we're starting to identify adaptations to overcome the potential vulnerabilities as appropriate, and then programming, setting aside funding and ultimately programming it, making sure it's through design and maintenance, working through it. It's going to take changing manuals and procedures. So we're going to kind of outline some of those steps that need to happen. We're not going to do all of that. It's more of a structure of these are the things that could be improved. If you do these things, you could help improve resiliency of the transportation system. Does that answer your question? Yeah, do you have a particular?
So are you planning on implementing these findings in future projects?
That's the intent.
That is the intent?
Ultimately, yes.
Okay, so do you have a timeline for this?
For when they start getting implemented in projects?
Yes.
I think it's being up to, I do not. I would have to ask the department for that. And do you know? I know there's been some discussion with the needs. Yes, yeah.
Well, I know the CIS folks are getting ready to update their policy plan, which is their companion long-range plan. So I think it will get incorporated into that, and then they'll go ahead and start figuring out their methodology for incorporating things into their work program. That's my understanding. I saw another hand.
With Hurricane Michael in the Panhandle, for us it was a paradigm shift in what we saw with storm events. We had coastal flooding that took place that affected Mexico Beach and over Panama City and such, but truly it was a wind event. And obviously the vegetation that is in the Panhandle is different, but having 50 to 80 foot tall pine trees lining state routes became the risk assessment. I think it has been overlooked historically. I mean, it closed numerous routes because it was just the debris was ridiculous. And I understand we cleared the interstate with a 36-foot wide clear zone, but having an 80-foot tall pine tree adjacent to that clear zone, if it falls, you close the road. And I don't know how that can be taken into consideration on the CIS facilities and future considerations, but having vegetation that height adjacent to the facility is an inherent risk when wind like that took place. The flooding was almost insignificant compared to what that caused.
That's good feedback. I appreciate that.
Okay, thank you. We'll have time, if you think of more questions from Aaron, we'll have time at the end. So now we'll move to John Hatfield from our District 5 Maintenance Office.
officer, so my responsibilities during natural disasters is part of the command to help get us back on track, to get the roads open for the traveling public. I'm going to be talking about the evacuation resiliency of our ESUs. There's ESU network stands for emergency shoulder use. As you can see in this evacuation during Irma on I-4, this is eastbound traffic from Tampa to Orlando. Some of the travelers are utilizing the shoulder as a travel lane. The department's made up of, in essence, 8 districts. 7 of them are geographically bound by counties. We maintain all the state roads and those counties are going to put the emergency management plans together. Districts. There's also the Turnpike Enterprise District that's more rural-based, with possibly infrastructure for the turnpikes. Again, we have also, can you all hear me, by the way?
No, very well. Not well.
So the emergency support functions, there's 15 of them, and the 2 primary ones where we receive missions from the central office and the state EOC, or the ESF1 for transportation and ESF3 for public works and engineering. Some of the ongoing activities, we'll go through there, but I mean, that's really the essence of emergency management planning and keeping evacuation routes and just getting roads back on track is to have an ongoing review of what you do with your partners, working with Federal Highway, FEMA, our local county EOCs, and what their expectations are. There's just a lot of ongoing planning. We also work on getting emergency contracts in place to assist us because we don't have enough personnel to do all the work ourselves. So we put out what's called pre-event contracts. One of them is emergency roadside assistance. That one helps augment the road rangers that we have out on the roads. We also have cut and toss, which are really important. When someone asks a question about trees falling in the roadways, I get that. What that contract does for us is we give them priority roads. We have them pre-staged, so immediately after a storm, they're supposed to go out on those roadways, interstates first, and major arterials and such down the road. But it's just what it said. They cut them and they push them to the side. They toss them to the side of the road, just open up the lanes for traffic. So we get out on that as fast as we can. And that is critically important because you want emergency vehicles, police, and a lot of the supplies that we need to come in and help us after an event to be able to get to their destination. We also have traffic signals that are down that we need generators for, and of course fuel is critical for us to be able to get our equipment out there operating. Here's an ESU organizational chart of kind of how we implement an ESU, that emergency shoulder use I talked about. We have the governor at the top. Of course, he's the person that pulls the trigger and says we're going to implement it or not. But he's also not doing that in a vacuum. He's got leadership from FDOT and FHP giving him counsel and advice on what they think should be going on the FHP side. They have officers in the field that are reporting back on what they see out in the field. From the central office side, we have our RTMC, which is our regional traffic and management centers. And that one, they're looking at cameras to see the volumes of traffic. They also have traffic counters. So they're feeding all that data back at the central office to help them make decisions. They're working with meteorologists and all that type of stuff. Then where I fall in, I guess, is here with the district EOC. All the districts have their own EOCs. We're in coordination with, of course, Tallahassee. We're working with our county EOCs, local troops, so that we're all on the same page. We know what's going to happen, and we're all working together in unison. The TMC also is instrumental in helping find the stranded motorists and working with the road rangers and ERAS contracts for those pre-events to get them to those people that need help. The idea is to get them moving along in 15 minutes, if not, to get them off the road by towing them. And then I talked about pre-event contracts. We're working with all the departments in our district, plus our field units that get out there to help repair things, just to make sure that they're prepared and ready. Evacuation operations. So what we have is a designated shoulder. In this view, you're going to see I-75 where we're using the inside lane. Now, some corridors, if they have a wider outside lane, that might be used for ESU. It's dependent on the corridor, but the signage will tell the drivers what they need to do. As you can see here, this is where it's going from 3 lanes to within. Now we make it available, so you see people starting to get in there. And I'll into a little more detail, I guess, down the road on the use, because we had some concerns that people know to get in those lanes. We had signs we flipped that would say left shoulder available for use, and then also no trucks or buses. So from the standpoint of the base material under these roads, they're not designed for heavy truck traffic, so we try to limit it to just the vehicles, that normal travelers would have, not haulers and things. And so that's why we limit it to those vehicles. The ESU is also designed to increase the capacity. Of course, we're adding, in essence, an additional lane of traffic, but it's an uncomfortable lane because it has those rumble strips in them. But if you're trying to get out of Dodge and that lane's available, it's not being utilized greatly, and you know it'll get you, going north faster, people use it. You don't have to tell them to. One gets in line and the others follow. And so it worked out. And then also during those events is when we implement that new routes contract. So some of the benefits of it is that we're adding an additional lane of traffic that increases the throughput and allows people to get out of harm's way. So that's definitely a benefit. Also recovery assets, so you can have, let's say, National Guard that wants to come south towards the storm and supplies water, food, gas, fuel to help get fuel to the stations for the people exiting the state. So I guess it's a good point for me to talk about. There is an alternate concept that we looked at. They were called one-way plans. So let me go back to this picture. Now imagine this roadway going the same direction as those cars. The problem there is you don't have an ability to do circulation for patrolling stranded motorists and such. You also then have resources for law enforcement officers for the ramps coming onto, would normally come onto this road going south. Now that becomes a head-on collision potential. So you would have to barricade that and also put officers there because people are stubborn and sometimes they don't want to put up barricades and they're going to move them out of the way and go along the road even though the traffic's going the wrong way. So it's very resource intensive and we just don't want to do that. But this worked well for us in Maryland. It also offers emergency vehicles that bidirectional access, more manageable resources, and provide the fuel like we talked about. Okay, blue skies is basically there's no imminent threat. There are ongoing activities that we have. We're coordinating with our partners, like I talked about, federal partners, local partners. We're reviewing our plans, working with our in-house staff. And then what's important is updating those plans because there's construction out there. Sometimes the plans you have change because of that. Sometimes there's new technologies that come out that might assist you with a better plan to coordinate these things. You want to test the plan, do mock exercises and such. We've done that and we found holes in the plan that would work better, so we patch the holes and make it better. We also are checking our roadway system continuously as just part of our ongoing maintenance program. But we have even greater diligence in looking at things prior to implementation of the ESU because we want to make sure that the shoulders that sometimes have those tire treads from big trucks and such and just debris, glass and things that we go through and we sweep those because we don't want to have flat tires and things like that occur during an evacuation. I talked about the pre-event contracts. Another thing I think is very important is maintaining your emergency contact list for your in-house personnel or your staff. Is that they usually are sent home right before a storm comes online, and then you got to identify if they're okay or not, a wellness check. So that's something that if you don't keep it up all the time, you can get caught off guard and not have the correct phone number, or they might have moved. Or how people leave the department or they'll come back. You'll have new hires and such like that kind of stuff. So you want to be up to date on those things. And then of course we work with our public information office to make sure we're giving the messages that are clear to the traveling public so that they know what is going on. Okay, gray skies. That is when there's an impending threat. We're typically about 7 days out from what anticipated landfall. So we're still coordinating. Communication is mission number one. And we stay on top of just keeping in touch with everyone to make sure we know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. We're deploying resources for implementation location of the ESUs, which is to put, or flip down signs. There's a one that I was telling you to be put on the shoulder, outside the inside shoulders, at least on my corridors, where it says left lane available for use, and then the alternating sign is no trucks or buses. We also have law enforcement officers at the beginning and ending of our ESUs, and they're to help make sure people can get in the lanes and then exit them as well if they're turned on. So that's what the law enforcement officers are, who let the guys and such. And then some of these things are definitely right before the storm. We're checking, we're riding the corridor to make sure everything's been done, that we've sweeped it. There's not going to be nails out there to pop tires as they're using these shoulders. We're removing abandoned vehicles. FHP has the ability to do that with their towing contract. We also are removing any kind of construction encroachments. We actually had an issue with Dorian where we had some construction going on where they had an excavation. And they were doing pier protection, and we didn't have to lift the buildings that we wanted. And we actually went in and just had the contractor fill his work, and we fill in his, and then move the barriers back so we can get off the lanes and control shoulders available to us, because that would become a bottleneck and just really bad for traffic moving out of the state if we were to implement the ESU, which we did not for Dorian. Then the other thing is, I guess, toll suspensions, that's decided at Tallahassee. Whatever quarters would be used, of course, you don't want people fumbling for change and slowing down the whole thing, so they'll raise tolls when they deem it necessary. Some of the stuff is very intuitive. Of course, as there's more congestion, the speeds drop in our ESU. We expected that, but we monitor everything, it seems like. And then also with the ESU, the drivers, like I was telling you earlier, we were trying to decide, we've never done it before, or is there going to be, we have issues arise as a result of it. It turned out to work very well. Maybe even better because of the rumble strips, because no one wants to ride in a, generally, we won't go less than 9 feet wide, but most of the shoulders aren't a 12-foot lane like we typically have on the interstates. So you feel a little bit depressed, and there's also that vibratory ride, which is uncomfortable, and so people don't really want to use that unless it's getting them faster out of town. So of course, as traffic volumes dropped, the people that were riding those saw the traffic move the same speed they were, and then they would just move out of it. So it took care of itself. We didn't have to tell them to get out of the lane. Well, they use the tapers too. You can have to look at that. This is just an interesting graphic of for this time period on 995, and then this is before landfall of Irma, that you can see that there was an increase. This is what normal traffic volume would be on these times. Excuse me. And what you'll see is it's about a 3 times increase for the 300% increase for the traffic volumes there. And what I found interesting, honestly, about this graphic was I didn't think they would mirror or look very similar, but it's amazing how similar they look. So I guess they're kind of creatures of habit. That's all I can tell from it. Okay, post-activation. So we've implemented this ESU to get people out of the state under evacuation order, and now they're coming back. So some of the things we're having to pay attention to there is now the storms torn up, trees, knocked down power, all that kind of stuff. So we also have 6.3 million people coming back into the state, and so we're monitoring the rest areas, the amenities there. We add service attendants, we'll add security. We also have generators installed, so we're expecting power to be out so they can have power. We add extra porta potties because they're probably greater use than normal. We're also demobilizing all the stuff that we set up for the ESUs. And then, of course, coordination, communication is always important. Just continue to keep those things going until things get back to normal. And then even after that, we're still not at as high frequency interacting with them. And gather lessons learned, that's something that I think is crucially important to us. We found, I guess it's normal practice for emergency management, but we try to tell our people that are involved in assisting us with these ESUs is to take notes throughout when there's like an issue so that they have them already captured so that when we ask for lessons learned, they can share them with us. And it's also good to ask immediately after because things are fresh in everyone's mind. And then what we do is we vet those, and then we incorporate new best practices that we will use for the next hurricane. And for our district alone, just District 5, when I did that and asked our groups, we got over 300 ideas from people. So things still won't smooth. It's not really a reflection on how well it goes. It's just everyone has an idea, so you have to consider it. Summary, ongoing maintenance is important. Look for your vulnerable areas. Mine is A1A on Flagler. It washed out under Matthew. So I have our AM contractor that's responsible for that region. I make sure that they're traveling that and keeping an eye on it. And let me know. Then we have ongoing communications, like I said, is crucial. And then implement those best practices. This is a video. Let me start it with the next one. There's no voice over here, but just look at the traffic volume by car.